Hey guys, we're back with some more Higurashi. Because I'm an idiot and I don't really check my recordings all too much, I didn't notice how bad the previous episodes looked in full screen. Just because I think I did comment on the resolution being different, but I didn't think it would affect it that much, since I think Anikakushi was more of a square window. This is more of a rectangle, so it looks really blurry when I full screen it on YouTube anyways. I did change it, and I tested it a bit, so it does look a little better. I didn't test it on full screen just because I think it'd be awkward for me to read, so hopefully this is good. If it's not, then I can try full screening it as well, but yeah, sorry about that. Of course I would make a mistake like that, but it's alright. We'll get through it. So last time, right, we did the curry episode. I was like, why is there only 3 saves? But then I remembered I recorded 2 episodes in a day. Yeah, so we finished the curry episode. We somehow managed to get the full marks, and we just won, or tied with the contest. The only one who didn't win was Rena. Gave the curry to the boys, and yeah, it was just a really fun episode. I really loved the doodle scene with Rika, honestly, on a level. Like, I think it's pretty close to the broccoli scene with Satoko in the first chapter, so that means I thought it was really good. But hopefully we'll get some more. These are the good times. Let's like it. Let's enjoy it while it lasts. In the end, all of the onigiri was eaten by the principal, so I had to make do without lunch. Skipping lunch, I never knew the afternoon could be so long and painful. A feeling other than drowsiness made me space out.
大丈夫かな、ケイイチくん。だからレナのカレー食べなよって言ったのに。
Oh, as if I could eat this curry with enough salt to make it to yeah, as if I could eat this curry with enough salt in it to make my blood pressure rise just by looking at it, is what I said as I initially refused. I could only regret it. The hunger, the stomachache. Okay, had to eat it. Yikes.
よくしのいだよ。あの絶対的な状況下から。
Just one more test to make sure. Doesn't look complete. Still looks kind of blurry, but it's a lot better, I think. I don't know. I feel like it's kind of dumb that they randomly changed the resolution. I guess one way to fix it is to have like part of the screen showing the game, and then like what I did with Sei no Yura, and put like an image on the side, because there's gonna be like some black spots. But I don't know if I want to do that. It's kind of ugly, usually. Oh well. Actually, sorry. Yeah, it's alright. It just looks 480.
つくづくケイちゃんは追い詰められてからが強いね。
Yep, that's one of his strong points.
今はどんな褒め言葉もいらん。飯をくれ。
うちに帰れば何かあるんでしょ？
うちってお菓子とかの買い置きはないんだよ。カップ麺も今はそこをついてるし。
我慢して待ってれば今日のお夕食はきっと美味しいよ。
I had absolutely no intention of laughing along and suffering.
じゃあ私はこの辺で。また今日もバイトでね。慣れない職種はしんどいよ。
Oh, maybe Chichi will go to that cafe again and then think that Shion is Mion or whatever. Which I still don't know. I still think they're two different people. But it's starting to convince me otherwise. Haven't really thought about it recently though. That job at the Angel and Ward family restaurant, huh? That uniform was somewhat stimulating. Oh.
やっぱウェイトレスさんってハードワークなんだな。
みーちゃんってウェイトレスさんやってるの？本当にどこのお店かな？買おう。
I mean, Rena would go crazy at that place.
違う。私はそう先日のおもちゃ屋さんの店番なの。
Like, why does she react like that? That makes me think that she actually is, Shion or whatever. It's confusing me. My bad. I completely forgot that that was how it ended up being.
ごめん。あまりにもよく似てるから間違えた。
ケイチ君、シオンって誰かな？
Rena asked the obvious question.
あ、ミオンの双子の妹なんだよ。性格は違うけど、外見は瓜二つなんだ。
そう外見は似てるけど中身は大違いなんだよ。私は優しくて思慮深いけど、シオンは冷めてておっかない性格なんだよね。
It's just the
多
opposite.
分生まれた時にミオンの女の子らしい部分は全部シオンに行っちゃったんだと思う。ミオンと違って実にはにかんだ笑顔の似合う可愛い女の子なんだ。
Rena interjected as her eyes darted back and forth from our exchange.
そうなの？レナ会ったことないの？みーちゃん、妹がいるなんて話してくれたことあったっけ？
Shion's existence was already being exposed as a cover-up. I couldn't help Mion out here. I could only have her end this charade.
レナには紹介したことなかったかな。私の双子の妹でシオンって言うんだよ。知らないよ。聞いてないよ。みーちゃん家に行っても会ったことないよ。
Dude, why? I don't know what to think anymore. Why is she reacting like that? I think it's just embarrassing to talk about her sister since they live so far apart, but it really makes you think, huh?
シオンは沖宮の実家に住んでるの。あんまり仲が良くないから、こっちには来ないんだけどね。
Rena's face indicated she wasn't sure if she was convinced. She was usually a bit of an airhead, but she was unusually sharp when it came to these kind of things.
まあ、嘘じゃないんだ。信じてやってくれ。
As she said, "Yeah, I believe you," a smile suddenly blossomed on Rena's face.
レナもいつか会ってみたいな。今度レナのお顔を見に行ってみるね。どこのお店で働いてるのかな？その。
She's getting more tangled in her little web. I could tell that Mian was getting increasingly frenetic. I wanted to help her out, but it was hard for an outsider to butt in on family issues. Unilaterally ending the conversation, Mian headed home. No matter how you look at it, she was running away. We'll just label this one as an emergency escape. Rena giggled in amusement. I wonder when dinner is. Why would lying down be the best way to conserve energy? I sprawled in the entryway without even taking off my shoes. As I was losing the last vestiges of my consciousness, the doorbell rang. It seemed I had a guest. Who could it be? I directed my listless voice at the door.
どうもこんにちはって
Oh, it's Shion.
何やってんですか？
Okay, so to differentiate them, they have their hair. She has her hair down, anyways, and the voice is slightly different. They're probably the same voice actor, right? It seemed my guess was Mion, or rather Shion. She seemed shocked when she saw me sprout out in the entryway.
シオンかまたどうして
I thought that Shion's existence was an illusion that was limited to when Mion was at the restaurant. That's why I never even considered that Shion would appear here.
お姉に聞きましたよ。今日のお昼、部活で大変なことがあってご飯食べられなかったんですよね。
ああ大変だったぞ
This would be super weird if it was like two personality thing. Or at least a fake personality. I don't know.
サトコに鍋を倒されご飯はお前に盗まれて
だから私、シオン。
She grew red and began to mope. That's right, she was the younger twin right
すま
now.
んすまんそれでなんだよ空腹の俺のために差し入れでも持ってきてくれたのか
ありゃ、図星を
CG.
疲れちゃってなんだかがっかりですけど、これ
Oops. How do you do it? Space. There we go. Yeah, even her face looks kind of different. So I'd have to look at them side by side. With a disappointed smile, Shion held out the small bento box she had hidden behind her back.
本当に差し入れなのかよサンキュー
お姉が学校に持って行ったハンバーグの残りがあったんで、ちょっと持ってきました。
I mean, it is weird that Shion knows like what Mion's doing day to day too, because again she knew what happened for the when Teichi dressed up as a maid, right? So it means I guess it's a lie that when Mion says that they're not close, if she knows, if she should, because it sounds like she's getting a daily report or something.
お夕飯前だとは思いますけど、いかがかなって思いまして。迷惑でしたか？
迷惑なんてめっそうもないすげえ嬉しいよ本当に食っていいのか
Just oops, keep right clicking. Just getting some thumbnail potential thumbnails for the episode. Sneaking a look inside the box. To say that she just put some leftovers inside would have been a lie. There's an elegant meal stuffed inside.
本当にいいのかこれタバスコとかがいっぱい入ってるとかそういう冗談じゃないのかよ
もうお姉じゃないんですから、私そんなことしませんよ。別に嫌なら無理しなくても、帰って自分で食べちゃいますから。
Saying that, she pouted cutely and made a motion as if to snatch the box back. There were some times that made me doubt that she was the same person as Mion, and this was undoubtedly one of those moments.
全然嫌じゃないです感謝の心を忘れずに噛みしめたいと思います
そんな鼻水垂らされて感謝されるほどのことじゃ。
Shion, who had thought that I might not take the bento, looked down happily.
何もないけど上がってくかお茶くらいなら出せるかも
ごめんなさい。またの機会にします。私、バイトに行く途中ですから。
Oh, that's right. She did say that before.
お弁当箱は適当に水洗いして、明日お姉にでも返しといてくださいね。
Yeah, like how it. I don't know.
当然だぜ
It's getting sketchier and
そんなう
sketchier.
まそうなのを食わせてもらったらそれぐらい礼儀だろ
じゃあ私はこれで。あと最後に。
Shion grew red as she looked down once more.
お姉がカレーの時、黙ってケイちゃんのご飯取っちゃいましたよね。悪ふざけが過ぎるとお姉、ついやりすぎちゃうんです。決して悪気があったわけじゃ。
おいおい 上でのことは恨みっこなしだからな。毎回スリリングに楽しませてもらってるのをこっちが感謝したいぐらいだぜ。そうミオンに伝えてくれるか。
はい、それお姉きっと喜ぶと思います。ではこの辺で。
Xian smiled brightly. After bowing deeply, she left as she looked at her watch.
嬉しいけどこれ本当に大丈夫なんだろうな。
I looked at the bento box that she left behind. A faint warmth spread through the palm of my hand. If it were Mion, I could see hot sauce, mustard, maybe even a needle being mixed inside. But really, I don't think she would go as far as put a needle in there. Okay, don't rub it in. That little jab. I opened the box once again and hesitantly tasted of it. I took a bite, and another. There's no funny business. There's no danger at all, for it was delicious. That's right. That was Xian, not Mian, so there shouldn't have been anything to worry about. I rushed back to my room, eating as I gave my thanks. It was so delicious that my stomach could cry. Xian. Oh.
いやミオン、俺が空腹で死にそうって言ってたのを聞いて大急ぎで持ってきてくれたのか。
It was delicious till our last bite. By the way, nothing strange had been mixed in. I was a bit embarrassed at myself for being so skeptical. Chapter break. Well, it's not like they're gonna reveal if Xian's a separate person or not until like the very end. Or maybe they won't even reveal it until the answer arc, as someone explained to me, that instead of Umineko, where it like slowly reveals the whole mystery, each like answer kind of relates to one of the question arcs. I don't remember which relates to which, so maybe they'll reveal that in the answer arc. But yeah, that was fast. Who knows? It's really sketchy for some reason, even though I initially thought it wasn't. I thought it was like pretty simple that they're two people. This is Keiichi talking to Mion about how the lunch was delicious. Guessing.
おいミオン、これ。
何をケイちゃん。
I thrust the bento box she'd given me yesterday at her
昨日
face.
差し入れてもらった弁当箱だよ。ごちそうさま。うまかったぜ。
あ、
Mion's face quickly flushed bright red. Hey now, you're the one pretending to be Xion when you gave it to me. You're gonna give it away if you get all red like that when you're being Mion. At this rate, she might trip and fall right into her own grave, so I decided to help her out.
あのな、俺昨日腹を空かせてたらさ、シオンがわざわざうちまで
She does have kind of a
弁
Xion
当を差し入
expression.
れてくれたんだよ。で、これはその弁当箱。ちゃんと洗ってあるからな。
そうなんだ。シオンは気が利くね。
Like, why is she so sketchy? What? That was so transparent. I don't understand. Was Mion always this terrible at lying? Her expression was different than usual, but it looked strangely cute.
で、どうだった？
ミオンにウリ二つのやつだと思うぞ。だって双子なんだろ。似てて当然だよ。
じゃなくて、
Is this Mion or is this Xion? It doesn't sound like Mion for some reason. Mion looked kind of bewildered, like she was waiting for a specific answer. And the way she's acting too. When she said impression, maybe she didn't mean Xion but the bento?
ああ、もちろん。うまかったぜ。
本当に？
俺は食い物の感想には嘘はつかないぞ。
The
俺
heck?
がうまかったって言ったら誰が食ったってうまい。万人におすすめできる評価だと思っていいぞ。シオンに実に美味しかったって伝えておいてくれ。
Is this not Mion? Because the voice sounds different, I think. Yeah, the laugh's different too. Oh my god, what is happening? No, my mind. We're going along with Shen having given it to me, not Mion, are we? It her laugh. It came from deep down and it sounded really happy. I mean, I guess if she just tied up her hair, she would look like Mion. Oh no. This is gonna make me paranoid. Oh my god, what if it was like she was involved in like... No, I don't want to think about it. I'll think about it later. Trying to say, what if like this was like factoring in on Takushi, and it was sometimes was. So that would. I don't know. Let's not ramble like we always do. I'll just think about it later. I guess she really can laugh nicely enough that just looking at her makes me feel better too. A sarcastic remark made its way onto my tongue, but I swallowed it back. As Mia went to put the bento box in her bag, she noticed a clattering noise. Okay, now that sounds like Mion, right? Maybe I was overthinking. Gosh, she opened it. The thing inside was a little embarrassing, so I wish she hadn't opened it here. Panicking, I hid it with my hands. It doesn't act... Even if... I mean, I like this, but I dislike this at the same time. It's trying to hurt my head, trying to figure this out. There's a handful of candies neatly wrapped in paper inside the sparkly clean bento box. When I was cleaning the box out yesterday, in the sink, Mom came over and interrogated me, and I fessed up as to who had given me the food. Then she told me that something like this called for a display of gratitude. I didn't want to because it was so embarrassing, so I argued that it wouldn't be like me to do that. I was embarrassed. It felt like fire might shoot out of my face. Mion laughing the whole thing off like she usually did would be fine, but for some reason she was staring at the candy in the box with fascination. See, that's not Mion's voice. Gonna have to watch this scene again to see if there really is like a Mion voice in there. Because if they're just changing voices, then that probably is a hint that it's one person with split personalities. I mean, because I did say that one person probably has a split personality, and I just kind of assumed it was Rena. But it would be interesting if Mion actually really had a split personality, and Rena just had like all those fake personalities she did, and she was just very like convincing. Mion looked a little downtrodden. Put the lid back on the box, looking a little downtrodden. Seemed like I ended up saying something a little mean at the end. Cozy.
お風邪をひけるようになりますですよ。
Pet pet. That was interesting. I feel like this seems probably a pretty good hint. when you get the whole picture together. So definitely I'm gonna rewatch that when making theories. It just brings into question if there is two people. The fact that they can like interchange might also mean might explain why Beyond had those personality shifts in the first one too. And if it's not, then I don't know. I don't know, dude. We'll figure it out, hopefully. Anyways, it's only been 25 minutes, so I should start the next chapter. Don't want the videos to be too short. Another day. I might have explained this before, but physical education at our school is really just an exercise in disorder. After some random warm-ups, the rest of the time is spent doing whatever. You're free to cause a ruckus or just fall asleep. Probably should, but it's a rural school. Don't think they care too much. Wasn't her gym outfit different in the first one? That I might be mistaken. I don't really remember. Brenda's is the same though, so it's probably the same.
都会の軟弱な連中にはそういうのは必要だろうけどさ、田舎育ちのうちらが身体能力で劣ると思う？僕たちは圭一が思ってるよりも運動神経はいいのです。
Come to think of it, they might be right. If we all lined up for a race, there's a good chance I'd finish dead last if it didn't start off well. I mean, you shouldn't lose to, like, the younger girls, right? Let's just pray when a brutal penalty game is at stake, the 100-meter dash isn't a club activity.
ではそういうことで、俺はテレビの見過ぎで実に素敵に眠い。睡眠時間の補給をさせてもらうぜ。空腹絶頂の4次元目。今寝ずにいつ寝るよ。
As I began to sprawl out on top of a pipe, Mion grabbed me by the collar.
ちっちっち。まさかおとなしく眠らせてもらえると思ってる？
その顔で言われたら、おとなしく寝る方が勇気がいりそうだ。
Good grief. Which means, is it going to start again?
さて、このまま井戸端会議でチャイムを待つなんて、熱き血潮のたぎった私たちには無理だよね。部活タイム。
Alright, I'm down. It's gonna be hard to top the curry one last episode though. Now that this is happening, taking a nap is impossible. Not just that, with this sleep-deprived head of mine, I'm as good as mincemeat. I have to get my brain into gear. She began to announce the cruel penalty game with a grand spinning flourish. Before she could do that, what? Rika? Of all people, is Rika-chan announcing her non-participation? Even rare events do eventually occur. Losing her timing, Mion spun like a top as she tumbled to the ground. Oh, one sec, I think I'm gonna sneeze. I hate when that happens. When you're trying to sneeze, then it doesn't happen. Then a couple of seconds later, it does.
今日は調子悪いの？
Just have something else to do, right?
あ、そうか。みーちゃん、綿流しの練習だよ。
Oh yeah, she's the lead in the, I don't want to call it a performance, but the ritual before they do the cotton thing down the river, right?
そうですわよ。今度の日曜日ですもの。
Oh no, it's coming already? No, it's too soon! That means the fun times are gonna end soon.
リクは猛特訓中なのですわよ。最近は頑張りすぎてお腕が痛いのです。
It's okay.
そっか。じゃあ仕方ないな。全員揃わないなら仕方ない。
Rip club activity.
今日は各自のんびりしようかね。ごめんなさい。
I was hyped, but it's okay.
頑張りますですよ。頑張ってね。レナたちも応援してるからね。
When Mion announced that today's club activity was cancelled, Rita-chan and Satoto headed off behind the school building. Only I was left alone, completely clueless as to what everybody was talking about.
一体何なんだ？リカちゃんは何か大会前とかで特訓をしてるのか？
This is also pretty. Well, I don't know. Just it seems like the events are. I don't know if this is like. I'm just trying to guess. This is like different events happening. It's in a different order from Ani Kakushi, because like at this point, Kaichi was still kind of wondering and getting suspicious about people, about the murders, anyways, or feeling like they're keeping something from him. But like he's completely fine right now, right? I'm gonna. I don't know if I should assume one way or another. Don't answer that if it's a spoiler thing. But yeah, maybe Taichi will be less hyper. I don't know, hyper delusional. That's not a term, but I'm gonna use that. Hyper distress, not delusional. There you go. That's also not a term, I think, but it sounds better. Why don't you explain? Oh, why isn't he talking? Why don't you explain things in order? First of all, what is this Watanagashi? That's what do you mean by shrine maiden? Last, what do you mean by ritual dance?
あれ？ケイちゃん家には回覧板とか行ってない？
Right, that was in a hint from Anakakushi where forgot his name. It starts with a K. Sent out notices to everyone.
書いてなかった？
Right? I think so. Anyways,
綿流しのお祭りがあるって。
bad things are happening. We haven't even seen Tomotaki, so maybe he's not gonna be the one who gets killed. If we are like making this completely separate from the first game or first chapter. Huh? Come to think of it, I have a feeling Mion did say something about it during dinner the other day. Wonder why the lines are cut for this one. Maybe it's just a bug, since it doesn't seem copyrightable or kind of sensitive matter. The Watanagashi is a festival that happens at the shrine on Sunday every June. It's very lively. I see. But Watanagashi sounds like a pretty strange name for it. Is it something like the Lantern Festival, where they have a memorial for the dead by floating things down the river?
さすがはケイちゃん。察しがいいね。綿流しはね、名前の通り綿を
Cotton drift. The cotton, you see, is from futons or jackets. So it'd be something like a futon memorial?
祭壇にもお布団を積み上げているし。
I've heard of people leaving offerings like needles or kitchen knives to their ancestors or casualties of war, but an offering of futons is a first for me. What's the history behind that? Mion tilted her head pensively.
言われなんてほど難しいのはないと思うな。
Does seem kind of odd.
この辺って 冬の寒さはかなり厳しいからね。
Hmm.
布団とか
Okay.
寒天とかの防寒具を特に大切にしたからじゃないかな。
Guess that makes sense, though. There's probably a deeper meaning to it.
ああ、なるほどな。
Oh, you're talking again, Keiichi.
つまり冬の間お世話になった布団に感謝しようってわけだ。で、巫女さんが供養をして最後に川に流すわけだ。それが綿流しってわけだよ。
Mion and Renda indicated that I had the correct answer with a round of applause.
でね、その供養をする巫女さんの役がリカちゃんなの。
へえ、リカちゃんがミコなんだ。言われてみればリカちゃんってどことなく神秘的な雰囲気。
That is true.
だよね。リカちゃんの巫女さん姿ってね、かわいいんだよ。
It certainly does seem like it would suit her. Yeah, it might be cute.
ようやく話が見えてきたぞ。リカちゃんの言う特訓ってのはこの巫女さん役の練習なわけだな。
そういうこと。巫女さんが布団をお祓いする一連のセレモニーを奉納演舞って呼ぶんだけどね。
Let me just Google futons, because obviously when I hear the word futons, I think of mattresses, but I know it's not it. Is it those like really like light or thin stuff? Yeah. Okay, it's like those super thin mattresses. It's it's kind of uncomfortable. But you kind of get used to it, and it's probably better for your back since it's so straight, right?
それの練習なんだよ。
Still weird. It's practice for that. Oh, why did I read that?
結構大変なんだな、これが。巫女さんはね、祭事用の大きな桑を持って演舞をするんだけど、それがね、リカちゃんにはすっごく重いらしいの。
That's cool. Oh, I want to say something, but I won't say it. Has something. It doesn't have anything to do with this, but like it kind of does.
その重いクワってどのくらい重いんだ。
かなり重いらしいよ。リカちゃんは餅つき用の杵で練習してるくらいだから。
Mochi mallet. Wait a minute. That's way too heavy. Forget about Rita-chan. That'd be rough even for me.
祭事用の神聖な桑だからね。間違って落としちゃったら大変らしいし。まあ、年に一度のお勤めだからね。私たちは陰ながら応援するしかないね。大丈夫。去年もちゃんとやり遂げたんだから。
そっか。じゃあさ、せめて応援してやろうぜ。それくらいならいいだろう。
I was rather curious about exactly how she practiced. Mion laughed as she shook her head.
ほっといてあげなよ。ケイちゃんが来たら、リカちゃんは可愛くなっちゃうから、特訓ができなくなるよ。
I didn't quite understand what Mion was saying.
リカちゃんはね、努力とかそういうのを人に見せるのが好きじゃないの。
I can see that from her personality. So she obviously used her cute charms a lot. But she also seems pretty smart, so she probably does work hard. Kind of would ruin that persona at least. Even the always cool and aloof Rita-chan has times when she sweats while giving it her all. Because she was always so well put together, she didn't want people to see an ungainly side of her. It's not like I couldn't understand that feeling.
俺にできるのは成功を祈ることだけってことか。頑張れフルでリカ。
I remember someone just commented on how I said Farude. I pronounced it Farood. I don't know why. I think it's just because in Numi Echo I said Farudo Erica, so when I saw Farood, I just said, and when I saw it without the O, I just said Farood. I'll try to fix it though. Well then, I climbed up onto the pipe and plopped down on my side.
リカちゃん。さらに応援の電波を高めるため、これより瞑想状態に入る。
That was a great line. Oh, why are you slapping? I think this is probably a good time to end. A little on the shortish end, but that's alright. Thank you for watching. This episode's been interesting. Just mainly with the Shion Neon stuff. It's bound to get confusing. Hopefully they won't just leave it. Hopefully they won't like not answer it by the end, which will make it even harder to theorize. I mean, if they give an answer, it'll make it much easier. But we'll see. We'll see. Still have no idea yet. But yeah, this was fun. Hopefully it's a little better if you're one of those full screen people. I'll probably just try the next time I record playing Higurashi on full screen just to check like all the resolutions, because there's 3, and see which one fits best for recording, and I'll just read off whatever looks better. But yeah, anyways, hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Bye!